I'm Eddie Cannell.
And I'm Tom Cannell.
Welcome, everyone. This is the Mortgage Brothers podcast show, and today is October 28th.
And today we're going over closing costs and your interest rate update.
If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, comment, and like. And remember, this is for informational purposes only. This is not financial advice. Okay, we get a ton of people asking us about closing costs, what they are, and closing costs.
Yeah. And when you think about a closing cost,
what are they?
When do you go to the electronic store to buy electronics and hear closing costs? No. Do you go buy a car and hear closing costs? No. Do you go buy appliances? No. Really, closing costs is just on the home buying process. What are my closing costs? So we're just going to be going over those.
That's right. Closing costs. That term is very unique just to the mortgage. You know, maybe there's some other things that we can't even think of, but it's unique to the mortgages. It is the fixed cost to process and close your mortgage. That's it. These are the costs that it's a one-time fee. It's all the work that goes into getting your loan done.
Yeah, when you think about the amount of money that's being transferred, someone you don't know is giving you a huge check to buy a really nice house.
And it's paying title companies and appraisals.
Paying title companies and appraisals and all that. So if people say, oh, here's a zero closing cost loan, like the red flags should go off. Like, oh my goodness, I don't even know who you are. I don't even know if my grandpa would do that for me for free. So there is no such thing as a free closing cost. If they say it, it's being built into the rate.
Yes. And that is different. So that there are always costs, and the closing costs are the fixed costs. Are there other costs to the loan? The answer is there are not other closing costs per se. Rather, there are funds that you will need to bring to the closing table to prepay your taxes, insurance, and interest on the mortgage. And this money basically sits in an escrow account for your benefit.
Yeah, like we say, it's like putting gas in your car. Yes. Is it taking money out of your wallet? Yes. But are you getting to use that gas for the next 3 weeks? Yes. So you can use the word, are these costs? No. Are these fees? No, they literally are. They are funds or they're money from your wallet that you're simply prepaying for your own benefit. Yep. Very important.
Taxes and that homeowner's insurance, they need to be paid anyway, so they go into a special escrow account and little holding tanks. So let's go right into them. This is a loan estimate. Now, we're not going to try to spend, there's a lot of numbers on a loan estimate, but we wanted to show you what you have to watch out for. This is a very beware of the high costs that are going to be disclosed inside of a loan estimate.
It sounds good. Whoa, look at that, 5.875. Even though this is the dated CD or loan estimate.
This was back in September.
So back in September. So that was still, back in September, that was still probably pretty good because it should have been 6.1.
Yeah, right. You could get an interest rate really close to this, and you'd be paying no points for that loan. The borrower who sent this to me had me review it, and I noticed, oh my gosh, there are $21,000 in total cost, but really it was 19. This blue right here, this is where your costs are. This is the summary of your closing costs.
Right.
Just like we were just saying, these are your fixed costs, and this is the prepaid tax and insurance.
Yeah, what we'd call funds or cash. Again, they call them costs, but they're not costs.
So when you are looking at a loan estimate, again, I would just really encourage you. Tom and I we want to review loan estimates for you. On this YouTube channel, we think it'd be really beneficial to show what if you have a loan estimate you want us to review, send it to us, email it to us. In the description is our email, and down below on the video is our email. Send it to us, and we'll review. Of course, we'll keep the personal information out of it. The name and property address and stuff like that, but we will go over it.
Yeah. So what are the key things that we're looking for on the next page?
Okay. What we're seeing is at the very top, what you want to see is what on the origination charges here in section A. Look at this. There's 3.875 points.
Oh,
that is extra fees. That's $14,725 in points.
Yeah. Well, doesn't everyone pay points?
No.
And that's the key, is that there are a lot of the loans out there may have points, but that doesn't mean that they should. So with the Mortgage Brothers team, and what we do at Signature Home Loans is a lot of our loans we quote, as we say, at par, which is an interest rate without any extra cost.
So I highlighted the blue column here down so you can just see that $19,294. That's the total closing costs that this borrower was given from this bank. And this is a big bank. This is a big national bank. And honestly, the big banks are notorious for this.
And they
high
have
cost.
They have really expensive retail. I mean, every time you drive by a bank, a corner, and there's a bank with a sign and irrigation, and
a lot of people working inside the bank.
A lot of people working there. That someone has to pay for that.
Yep.
So a lot of times the lenders are making money in their points, but that's where we go. It's right under Section A.
Okay, so that's the highlight. In the green, I don't want you to be worried too much about the green section here, where you see other costs, because these are where your prepaid taxes and your prepaid taxes, insurance, and interest are.
Yeah, and this isn't sales tax. It's not like the lender makes sales tax on this loan. This is for real estate tax that pays for our schools.
Yeah,
and everything within the municipality that the home is located in. And insurance, in case the house burns down, in case there's a flood, everyone needs insurance. So again, this is stuff that you need.
So this section in the blue, that light blue, this is the section you really want to look at. And again, we would love it for you to send us a loan estimate that you have. We'll be happy to review it for you. Either you just tell us whether you want us to do it on the podcast or not, but we'll be happy to get that over to you, what our thoughts are. Okay, interest rate update today. Where are we seeing interest rates? We see them at 6.5% for the 30-year fix. And the 15-year fix, we see at 5.875.
The 30-year FHA is 6.125. The 30-year VA, 6.125.
And remember, those interest rates that we're quoting right there, they are based off of these loan assumptions for conventional FHA and VA, and there's no points.
Okay? Right, no points.
Yep. If we were quoting you, based on those scenarios, you'd get 6.5%, for example, on a 30-year fix, and there would be 0 points up here in that section.
Yeah. Now, if you wanted to get, and maybe it's just confusing, we can do loans with points. I mean, that's how people buy their rate down. So instead of 6.5, we could try and get 6.25. So there would be a points option, but that's not how we go out. And our pricing is as good as other banks, but with the no points.
Yeah.
So
again, want to invite you, be sure to send us your LE. We'd be happy to review it. And if you have any comments, be sure to put those in the comments below.
All right. Thank you, folks.
Everybody. Hey, check out this awesome calculator that we created for you to use. If you look in the description of this video, you're going to see a Google Sheet link. You can click on that link, then go to File, make a copy, and
then it's yours to keep.
It's yours.
So you're out there, you're looking for homes. You may have seen calculators, but this is the calculator of all calculators. It's like it just has a little extra oomph. It's got it all in there. It talks about payments and funds to close and income to qualify. Anything in yellow, you can adjust. So let's go over a couple of those things.
Estimate the interest rate. It doesn't have to be perfect. If you don't know it, you can just estimate your credit score, put that in there, the non-mortgage debt, your monthly non-mortgage debt, car payments, student loans, etc.
Anything that you think would show up on your credit report.
Because this calculator can calculate not only your payments and how much the funds to close, but it'll also estimate what your income will need to be to qualify.
Right.
And this is a fantastic, very thorough calculator. So go through the sales price, put in what you estimate your sales price, the term of the loan, taxes, homeowners insurance, HOA.
And I will jump in. The closing costs and prepaids are really hard to figure out. So either use whatever number we have in here or just call us and we can give you a good number. You can find out everything else. It's just those numbers are going to be hard.
Put in the down payment options you want to look at. Then you'll see this sheet. It'll give you the breakdown of everything from their payments, the income needed to qualify, cash to close. And this is a grid format, but you can also scroll down here and see these nice bar charts breaking down those payments.
Yep. And this payment is so good. It actually has the HOA payment in there, but the reality is the HOA payment will not be part of your mortgage. So just know that we are including it in here so you can see your total budget, but it would not be a part of your mortgage payment every month.
And then you can see your down payment options and how those income requirements look on this bar chart.
That's right. And if you don't make this, go to your employer and get a raise.
Oh, yes. So be sure to take a look at that link. Make sure to make a copy for yourself and ask us if we can help you in any way.
Thank you for watching the Mortgage Brothers podcast. If you have any questions, email us at team@azmortgagebrothers.com. And if you like this content, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the Mortgage Brothers team.